welcome to my real weight loss journey. I'm Richard Greenland, and today is a progress update. So far, we have gone through 12 weeks, and today we're going to take a look and see how we did. So, just taking a look at the chart, we started at 288, and we had a lot of ups and downs. Of course, there was a big up after the pizza night. There always is that. I still haven't figured out how to get that. We're looking into different ways of doing that, maybe changing the tradition or something, not sure yet, but still working on that. But then after that, it gradually went down with a few bumps here and there. I did at least lose over a pound this past week. Got it down to 286.8, still higher than what I got as my lowest number, a couple weeks ago. Not as good as it could have been, but I'm still happy with it. I wasn't feeling well last week. You can check out that progress update to see all the reasoning there as to why I gained weight. At the beginning of this week, I still wasn't feeling 100%. Even now, I'm still facing a little bit of it, but not anywhere near as bad as before. So I was able to start working on it. Really, it's not that bad of a loss. I mean, it's more than a pound. Average over the 12 weeks has been more than a pound a week. So I'm still on track. Definitely not something to get down on myself about. I just got to keep working at it. I know I can do it. Just need to work at it. So this week, like I said, most of the reason why I wasn't able to lose a ton of weight, even though I did decently well comparatively. But the main reason I think, or one of the main reasons, was I still wasn't feeling at 100%. And there were a couple other reasons, but let's just, we haven't really looked at the rules recently, so I'm just going to put that up on the screen, not really going to mark them off or anything like that as to what I did well or not. Just want to have that up there just so everyone can kind of get a refresher as to what rules I'm following here. But generally speaking, I've been doing pretty decently with the focus on the whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables, and the limiting meat. I could definitely do better, but I am doing decent. The highly processed foods, I've had a bit of an issue with that. Same thing with the sweets. Not terrible again, but I could definitely do better. That one I need to work on much more than the first two. Lots of fiber, I've been doing okay with that. Definitely can do better, but still pretty good. Protein from plant sources, I think I've been doing a decent job at that. Keeping my calories. I really have not been tracking my calories at all, just mainly because I've just haven't been feeling well, and it's just too much work. I am trying to start that this past week. I did start doing that on a couple of the days. I started getting back into the habit. So I just need to work at it more so I make that an actual habit for myself. Drinking water, I'm doing a pretty good job of that. I can always do better, I think, but I am doing really well at getting enough water. As far as sleep, this is the big one. Sleep was the big one for me this past week. Our family, we had a number of things happen that basically caused us to stay up late, and then we kind of got into the habit after the couple things that made us stay up late, and we just ended up staying up late even though we didn't have to for the next 2-3 nights. That made me exhausted because I'm still waking up early to exercise. This morning, I woke up early and everything, and then as I was about to start getting ready to get all the streaming stuff ready to record or to stream my exercising and all that like I always do, I just felt exhausted, completely exhausted. And so I decided, you know what? I need sleep more than I need exercise this morning. And so I went ahead and canceled my stream, marked it on Twitch that it was canceled for today, so that people wouldn't expect it. And then I went to bed. I slept for another 3 hours or so. Felt really good. I still feel like I'm a little bit short on sleep, and so I need to focus on that and to getting my body back into the correct amount of sleep every day instead of being short on sleep every day. You can't really catch up on missed sleep, but your body does adjust. As long as you go back to a good schedule, it'll adjust and allow you to get your body functioning normally. And so that's really what I need to do, is I just need to make sure that I get back into a good habit of sleeping early and then waking up early again. That one's a big one, and it'll also help me with kicking the last little bit of whatever this is that we've got. That we're just not, our whole family still just isn't feeling 100%, even though we're feeling much better than we were last week. And the last thing is the exercising. I've actually been doing really well. Today was the only day that I missed that I normally would exercise. But I've been doing really well, and I think that's one big thing or one big reason as to why I have not gained a ton of weight, even with my off week. I only gained about 3 pounds, which if I hadn't been exercising, I bet I would have gained a lot more. Just knowing me and my past, and knowing how much I ate and how little I tried that last week, I'm sure I would have gained a lot more than that. And I wouldn't have been able to lose a little over a pound this week if it wasn't for that exercise. I'm also sure of that. So exercise, they say that losing weight is 80% diet and 20% exercise. I'm not so sure that's true, but I understand where they're coming from, because it's a lot easier to eat 100 calories than it is to burn 100 calories. It takes a lot more work to burn it. But exercise does more for you than just burning calories. It also helps to take away your appetite, depending on the type of exercise you do. It helps to increase your muscle mass, which then burns calories for you, even when you're just sitting still. And it basically increases levels of different chemicals in your brain to make you feel better. So if you have emotional issues that are making you eat or other things like that, it'll help with that. So exercise does help a lot more than they give it credit for, even though it may not burn very many calories compared to the calories you bring in by eating. So it's really important to do both. Lose weight by watching what you're eating, but you also need to include your exercising. Also, just if you're trying to be healthy, not even losing weight, but just being healthy in general, exercise is huge for that. It gets your heart muscle working, get your lungs working, all your other muscles are working. It basically just makes your body healthier. And I've started to learn that. I've never liked exercising before, but the Ring Fit Adventure thing is really doing it for me. I really enjoy it. This morning when I decided not to exercise, typically with any other exercises, when I've done this, I've just been like, oh yeah, I don't want to exercise. And I kind of feel guilty because I know that I actually don't want to exercise. And I kind of think, oh, well, I'm just doing this because I don't want to. But this morning, I actually didn't feel guilty at all, which is new for me, because I was just like, you know what? I actually enjoy exercise and I want to do this exercise, but I just know my body can't handle it right now. I need the sleep much more than I needed the exercise. And so I didn't have that guilt hanging over me. I was actually able to sleep well, and I just, didn't care. It just felt right for me to go to sleep again. So that's another thing that it does for me is it helps with, now that I found something I enjoy, it helps me with actually wanting to do the exercise that I know I need to do. So anyways, comment below. Let me know what you think about how I've been doing with the rules. Let me know what you think about any of the things I mentioned, especially the lack of sleep. What do you do in your life to make sure you get sleep? Have you set up a habit or a schedule for it? What do you do when you have a night or two that you really don't sleep well? What do you do in order to kind of quote unquote catch up on sleep? Is there something special you do to make sure you sleep well? Let me know down in the comments. And again, please subscribe, tell your friends and family, and you have a great day.